Have you ever judged someone by their job? Most people do. They see a cleaner, a security guard, or a janitor and think their work isn't important. But what if the person everyone ignored became the reason hundreds of people kept their jobs? Today's story is about kindness, respect, and a secret that no one expected. Stay until the end because the final twist will completely change how you look at people. Every morning at exactly 5:30, before anyone else arrived, an old janitor named Samuel unlocked the front doors of Brightech Company. He quietly swept the floors. He cleaned every desk. He emptied every trash can. By the time employees arrived, everything looked perfect. Yet nobody noticed. Some workers walked past him without saying hello. Others left coffee cups on tables, expecting Samuel to clean them later. A few even complained if the floor wasn't spotless. Samuel never argued. He simply smiled and continued working. Many people thought he was just an old man doing a simple job. No one knew he had a story. One Monday morning, a young software engineer named Ethan joined the company, and like everyone else, Ethan greeted Samuel. "Good morning." Samuel smiled. "Good morning." "First day," Ethan laughed. "Is it that obvious?" Samuel nodded. "You look nervous." They talked for only 2 minutes, but every morning after that, Ethan stopped to chat. Sometimes they talked about weather, sometimes about football, sometimes about life. Other employees laughed. "Why waste time talking to the janitor?" Ethan simply replied, "Because he's a human being." Samuel never forgot those words. Several months later, Brightech faced serious financial problems. Sales dropped, investors pulled out, rumors spread quickly. Employees whispered in hallways, "There will be layoffs. Half the company may lose their jobs." Fear filled every office. People stopped smiling. Everyone worried about themselves. The CEO scheduled an emergency meeting. Nobody knew what would happen. Even Samuel could feel the tension while cleaning the empty meeting room. One rainy evening, after everyone had left, a black luxury car stopped outside the building. A well-dressed elderly man stepped out. Samuel greeted him warmly. The visitor smiled. "Still working hard," Samuel laughed. "Someone has to keep this place clean." They spoke like old friends. A security guard watched in confusion. Who was this wealthy stranger? The next morning, rumors spread. Someone had seen the expensive car. Nobody knew why the mysterious man had visited, except Samuel. He kept the secret. The following week, every employee gathered in the conference hall. The CEO stood silently. Beside him was the same wealthy visitor. The room became quiet. The CEO spoke. "Our company was hours away from bankruptcy." Everyone held their breath. "Last night, an investor agreed to save Brightech." People began clapping. Then the CEO smiled. "But this investment happened because of one employee." Everyone looked around. Who could it be? The CEO called one name. "Samuel." The room fell silent. The janitor slowly walked onto the stage. Employees stared in disbelief. The CEO explained. Years ago, Samuel had helped a young businessman who had lost everything. Samuel shared his lunch, encouraged him, reminded him never to give up. That struggling businessman eventually built one of the country's largest companies. The wealthy visitor standing beside the CEO was that same man. He said, "I never forgot the kindness Samuel showed me when nobody else cared. When I heard Brightech might close, I invested immediately, not because of the business, but because a good man works here." The room was completely silent. Many employees lowered their heads. For years, they had ignored the very person who had just saved their jobs. After that day, everything changed. Employees greeted Samuel every morning. People thanked him for his work. The company even created an annual award called the Samuel Award, honoring employees who showed kindness and humility. Samuel never changed. He still arrived at 5:30 every morning, still smiled, still cleaned the floors, because he believed that no job is small when it helps others. Remember, a person's value is not measured by their title. It is measured by their character. So the next time you meet someone whose work seems ordinary, treat them with respect. You never know whose life they have changed, or whose life they might one day save. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who believes every person deserves respect.